Bengals and the New England Patriots.
Evan McPherson has this one teed up.
And we are underway from Cincinnati.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Now we get a first look at this Patriots offense, and of course leading them for his second season. Last year's Rookie of the Year runner-up out of Alabama, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there are many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster, and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now Jones.
Well, look at that catch by Henry. And they're going to mark him down short yard, if that.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
Into the ball game and leading them out, it is Cincinnati football, Joe Burrow.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. Sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield. And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And that is incomplete. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
McPherson, as a rookie last year, made a league-leading 9 kicks from 50-plus yards and added to it in the playoffs with some other big kicks to help propel his team to the Super Bowl. But that time, unable to convert.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jones. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Nelson Aguilar. 55 yards.
And the Patriots will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes, he just takes off and goes. And I think that's what we just saw there.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Burrow.
Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Burrow throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Bengals are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Evan McPherson for the extra point.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Taking it about the 1.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
He's got a man, complete. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
They run with a 4th-year man. This is Damian Harris.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. These two teams all tied after 1. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Open receiver here, complete. It's Parker. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going.
And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Jonnu Smith, a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Patriots have taken the lead.
On for the extra point is Folk. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Juwan Bentley.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Well, the offense, they'd really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker, partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
Now Folk for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
To throw again on second down. Burrow, that's caught over the middle by Hurst. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. To throw on 2nd and 6.
Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. He's got room at the 30.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. First down. Here's Burrow. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. To Mixon on the check down.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Now Burrow. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Burrow, he'll drop this one down to Mixon.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Burrow will throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done.
McPherson now for the extra point.
It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it ends with a Bengals score.
Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Patriots.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
Extra point up and good by Folk, and the lead now up to 14. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Now Burrow on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Higgins. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
3 yards remain for second down.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing again on second down. Burrow buying time to his left. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando and the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has certainly been one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference as the teams have already come back out onto the field for the second half. So let's get you back out as well to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. To the air again, Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now it's Burrow. And that will be incomplete. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down. They'll try and run with Mixon. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Mixon is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
P-Ryan will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And the question now, can the Patriot defense hold firm again on 3rd and goal? They'll go to P-Ryan, trying to pound it in. And this time he is in. Samaje P-Ryan taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Samaje P-Ryan.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones steps away.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And look at this. Another fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
How about that for a call? Leading in the second half, fake punt, but this one's going to work against them.
And, partner, I love a fake punt as much as anyone. In fact, I might love it more than other people, but in this case, probably a step too far because not only does it not work, but look at the field position they gave up after the attempt.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And that incomplete. Remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down. McPherson's kick is good.
And that'll bring him back within 4.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Throwing on 1st down. Jones. He gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete.
On the move past the 40.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 36 yards on the play. Going to do it. Clock hits 0s. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down.
From the gun, it's Stevenson.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
And the tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. Touchdown.
Jones finding Nelson Aguilar for the touchdown there. And the Patriots get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that can win the game for us.
Folk connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Now it's Burrow. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
It's Kyler Duggar who picks it.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewot the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Here's Michael Pilardi now in punt formation, but as we've seen, and they're going to try this again. It's another fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
How about that for a call? Leading in the second half, fake punt, but this one's going to work against them.
And, partner, I love a fake punt as much as anyone. In fact, I might love it more than other people, but in this case, probably a step too far because not only does it not work, but look at the field position they gave up after the attempt.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Lawrence Guy able to get in there and drop him for a loss.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Burrow looking to pass. And his throw here's incomplete.
Jamar Chase, the intended receiver.
But now it'll be 3rd down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver. And it results in an incomplete pass.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he's got his big tight end here.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. To throw, Burrow. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Throwing, Burrow.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Devin McCourty picks it off. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Devin McCourty picks it off.
And the Patriots are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And, oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Going deep here for Parker. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He'll find Parker again. Complete. Touchdown, Patriots. Devontae Parker, 29 yards.
And the Patriots take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
A final shot now for Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. Devin McCourty picks it off.
And the Pats come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
A
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this